Congratulations, your search for buyers abroad is over. Through the help of the Eureka Pack. The Eureka Pack helps you do 7 things in order to get buyers abroad. It shows you how to 1. Get prepared to get buyers abroad. 2. Get the online tools to deploy to get buyers abroad. 3. Get list of markets with demands for your products. 4. Get the list of importers in that market. 5. Get the contacts of importers in that market. 6. Get the export contracts from the contact details of the importers. 7. Get favorable export contract terms. The Eureka Pack shows you how to enter the billion-dollar markets available for your products across the world at a very discounted rate of 60,000 naira. The valuable materials that you get upon purchase include 2 manuals and 27 videos explaining and demonstrating how to use the manuals to find buyers abroad. We know you are elated already and interested in ordering for the Eureka Pack right away. Place your order via a WhatsApp chat to 0809-999-3142 or email to info@3timpex.com. You can get this pack for just 60,000 naira. Grab your copy now.
Tired of endless online searches just to find reliable export information for your products? Meet the Export Intelligence Platform, your one-stop shop for all export product information. Whether you're an intending exporter or already in the game, Export Intelligence Platform gives you up-to-date, comprehensive insights on over 100 export products. From export specifications to common pitfalls to avoid, market entry strategies, and packaging standards. No more guessing, no more scattered information. Get the intelligence you need to choose the right products, enter the right markets, and comply with the right standards, all in one place. Built for small businesses, trade professionals, and growing exporters, Export Intelligence Platform empowers you to grow your export business with confidence and stay ahead in global markets. Stop searching. Start exporting smarter. Visit the Export Intelligence Platform today and unlock the information advantage your export business deserves. Export Intelligence Platform, your one-stop shop for export product information.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program costs 1,200,000 naira
and runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world.
If you're ready to move from Export Novice to Export Legend, this program is for you.
All right, good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining today. Today we are in episode 8 of this program, and we are going to be discussing. We're in episode 8 of this program, and we're going to be discussing yam, finding buyer for yam, finding buyer abroad for yam tubers. Finding buyer abroad for yam tubers. And this is very important because, you know, I was going on through some data and I saw some very interesting data about how much opportunities are available in this space. The fact that Nigeria is the largest producer of yam on earth, but Nigeria is not among the top exporter of yam in the world. If you are here to join our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share. Remember, this video is available free on YouTube. Unlike our Thursday edition that is only found on our e-learning platform, Global Trade College, this particular one is available on YouTube. What that means basically is that you can have access to this free of charge. And that means that you can begin to learn more not just on this, on the previous 7 episodes we have had. If you are also interested in getting access to the link to this program, just join our Telegram platform. The link to this program is right there. And by the way, the link for Thursday is different from the link for Tuesday. Some people use Thursday link. That's why when you see it posted on the platform, you see with the flyer that shows where it applies. That shows this program have 8 segments. We look at preamble, the product description, the characteristics, the types, then the people. And by the people, we basically are looking at who are the people in this sector. Who are the consumers? Why do they buy? Which option do they buy? What do we need to do position ourselves to ensure we are able to get them to buy? Purchasers, exploring different available options to get lists of buyers. Protocol, the principle to follow in looking for buyers. And potential, the market. In fact, today I'll be showing you the trend in the last trend of demand for yam in the last 6 years from 2020. And then we're looking at Nigeria, top import market, top exporters around the world. And also look at the reason why Nigeria, someone call it the Nigeria yam paradox. Why Nigeria produce more than 70% of global yam, but Nigeria control less than 2% of global yam export. That seems to be a reflection of our situation in the country. You know, there's a saying in Yoruba that says that the problem of 40 is the problem of 300. The problem of Nigeria power sector is the problem of non-oil export sector, is the problem of politics, is the problem of different sector of the economy. The same problem. Promotion, the demonstration of how to use the recommended platform for promotion. The partition, that's the barrier to entry. Identifying different barriers and how to overcome them, pitfall, the major reason that hinder buyers, many businesses from getting buyer abroad for the product, and how to fix it. Look at this yam. Look at the carton. Number 1 is perforated. Number 2, the yam is inside, is wrapped around a piece of paper. You can see that yam very well. No sand, very minimal air. Not too big, not too small, no branches. No injury. Just see the way yam is. And the fact that it is in a perforated carton. Very important. The fact that it's in a perforated carton. All that you can see regarding this yam is intentional. So someone wants to export yam and he doesn't have all this information. He just put the yam in the container and just ship. And then he's surprised that the yam got spoiled to the destination. Remember to drop your question in the chat as we go along, and I will try to answer them. Let's start. Remember to start involve preparation. To start involve preparation. It involves preparation. And after preparation is done, which is most of the thing we discuss on Thursday is about preparation. What we discuss on Tuesday is about promotion. Do you know the interesting thing? Tuesday and Thursday combine get you ready for number 3, which is getting the purchase order. Then the procurement and production, then packaging and labeling, then the pre-ship, pre-export documentation, port clearance and inspection at origin, post-export documentation, port-to-port shipment, presentation of document, port clearance and inspection, and payment. Yam tubers are starchy, underground vegetable widely grown and consumed across West Africa, Asia, Caribbean, and part of South America. They belong mainly to the Dioscorea species, which with popular variety as white yam, Dioscorea rotunda, yellow yam, Dioscorea cyanesis, I hope I pronounced very well, water yam, and Chinese yam. In many African countries, especially Nigeria, which is the world's largest producer of yam, yam is not just food, it's a cultural and economic staple, often celebrated during the Yam Festival. Yam tuber vary in size, shape, color, depending on the species. They typically have a brown, round back, light skin, and white or yellowish interior. Most yam are elongated with tapered end, although water yam may appear smoother and more cylindrical. A defining feature of yam is its dense, dry, and starchy flesh, which gives it a distinctive texture when cooked. Yam are known for their long shelf life compared to other tubers like cassava, potato, making them easier to store and suitable for export. Quality specification for yam. Yam tuber must meet specific specification to remain safe, fresh, and marketable. Number one, the size of the yam is important. The size, the physical condition, the skin integrity, the moisture content, the cleanliness, the weight, and maturity are all very, very important. For example, the size. The size. Uniform, medium to large size preferred. And I'll be showing you under the protocol some of the information about the yam in terms of specifics. Tubers should be well developed, not deformed or excessively small. Physical condition must be firm, not soft or shriveled or spongy or bruised, with no bruises, no crack, no mold, no rot, free from insect damage or holes. Skin integrity. Skin should be intact with minimal cut, no injury. Please drop YouTube page name. Okay, the YouTube page is Global Trade Tutor. I'll drop the link for you shortly. I've dropped the link for you shortly. All right. Skin should be intact with minimal cut, excessive peeling or open wound reduce shelf life, and increase the risk of diseases because the body is supposed to protect it actually. The body is supposed to protect it actually. So if it peels off, that's a challenge. If it peeled off, that's a challenge. So you can understand the reason why it's put inside that wrap paper. Like I said, these are some of the issues that people face because of lack of understanding of what exactly is expected of them as far as this kind of transaction is concerned, which is where knowledge is very important. Someone said, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. I've dropped the link. Olubumi, I've dropped the link for you. You can click that link to visit the YouTube channel. All right. Moisture content. Low moisture content preferred to reduce spoilage during shipping. Proper curing, that's drying, is essential to harden the skin. Cleanliness. Tuber should be clean and free from soil, but washing should be controlled to avoid excessive moisture. Weight and maturity. Harvested at full maturity to ensure good taste and storage ability. Should meet buyer-specific weight requirement. Packaging and handling. Package in aerated sack or crate or carton to prevent heel buildup. Wherever you are putting it should be aerated. So you can put it, most of the time, people put it in carton. Some put it in crate, wooden crate, actually. If you're going to put it in sack, it has to be perforated sack, but you don't get to sell a perforated sack so that it doesn't get spoiled. So you put it in a wooden crate or preferably perforated carton. Proper ventilation is required for long distance shipping. Proper ventilation is required for long distance shipping. For long distance shipping. What do you use yam for? Food. Food. Fried, boiled, roasted, pounded, like pounded yam. My favorite, pounded yam. Processed into yam flour for amala bakery application. Also, using porridge, snack, chips, and instant pounded yam mixes. Staple dish in many diets because of its energy and nutritional value. Because of its energy and nutritional value. Industrial and commercial uses. Processed into starch for food and pharmaceutical application. Used in brewing and alcohol production in some region. Can you see different multiple uses? Exported fresh or as value-added products like flour or chips. Okay, let's move on to the main conversation for the day. People who uses exported yam tuber. They are mostly African, Caribbean, Asian immigrants living in Europe, Middle East, North America, part of South America, Nigerian, Ghanaian, Jamaican, and West African nationals form the largest consumer base. They buy yam for home consumption because it's a core part of their diet. Commercial consumer, this includes ethnic grocery stores and supermarkets, food distributors and importers, restaurants, especially African and Caribbean restaurants, food processors that produce yam flour, instant pounded yam, yam chips, and starch. Wholesalers who supply community markets, and this company buy yam in bulk for resale or for value-added processing. Why do they use it? Cultural relevance. Yam is an essential staple food for millions of African and West Indian abroad. Nutritional value. The healthy, high-carb, gluten-free energy source. Versatility. Yam can be boiled, fried, roasted, pounded, or processed into flour. Market demand. Retailer and restaurant need yam to satisfy the growing ethnic food market. Product familiarity. Many diaspora consumers prefer real yam over substitute like potato. You know, if you eat mando yam, you are not eating yam because that yam is mixed with different things. Some have starch, some have potato, some have different kind of things they use to mix it. What do you use it for? Home cooking, for dishes such as boiled yam, fried yam, porridge, commercial food services, restaurant, ethnic meal, manufacturing yam flour, instant pounded yam, yam chips, and festival and cultural events, and even weddings, you know. Purchases occur year-round, but peak demand happens during festive season, cultural celebration, diaspora community, colder months in Europe and North America, harvest month when prices are lower and supply is abundant. Retailers generally restock weekly, while wholesalers and importers buy monthly or quarterly depending on storage capacity. Depending on storage capacity. Which option do they buy? They buy white yam, most popular globally. White fresh yam. Yellow yam, common in Caribbean. Water yam, demanded by Asian community. Uniform medium to large size for easy retail display. Export grade tuber that are clean, firm, and well cured. Carton pack or mesh sack pack yam with proper ventilation. Some buyer also request pre-cut, peeled, or frozen yam. Pre-cut yam I've heard about someone asking for this in Australia before. Frozen yam. Frozen yam. There's so much we can do with yam that we are not doing. I know a few people in Nigeria that are experimenting, doing a lot of stuff with yam. Just experimenting, and they are coming up with different products. Where do they buy from? Ethnic supermarket, African, Caribbean, Asian grocery store, online retail platform, food distributor and retailers, importers, warehouse, direct supply contract, processor who purchase yam directly from exporters, and overall export market for yam is strong and consistently growing, driven by diaspora population, multicultural food trend, and global demand for ethnic staples. Someone said, what's the difference between Puna yam and white yam? Puna yam is a type of white yam. There are different types of white yam. Puna yam, pepper yam, they are all different types of white yam. Puna and pepper yam have been mainly seriously recommended. Most people that ship, that's what they ship. And you can find them in Nigeria, I think in Oyo and in Benue. Purchasers. Who are they? The primary purchasers are specialized importers located in countries in West Africa and Caribbean population. Geographic leaders. United States account for over 50% of global import. So United States is a major hub, and you will see the data shortly. United States is a major hub for the import of yam. United States is a major hub for the import of yam. Canada and United Kingdom are dominant buyers. European hub, the Netherlands, Belgium, France act as a major entry point for broader EU market. Regional importer in Asia and Middle East countries like Singapore and Mali are high volume purchasers. Who are the purchasers of yam in the export market? I've talked about them the other time. And who are they? Ethnic Asian African grocery stores. They import yam or pallets of fresh yam, supply ethnic supermarket, open market, independent groceries. Ethnic supermarket and retail chain, African, Caribbean, Latin America, and Asian stores sometimes buy directly from exporter, often through importers. Food service importer and distributor, company that supply restaurant, caterers, hotel, and those are the people it's good to target because they buy in large volume, because they supply orders. Often handle multiple African, Caribbean SKU. Online ethnic grocery platform. E-commerce, grocery businesses, deliver to Afro-Caribbean. They may import directly or buy from local importers. Large-scale export trading company already in the agro-export business. And they add yam sometimes, which acts as both buyer and partner for consolidation. So, what is the key requirement of ethnic wholesalers who import as distributors? They want consistency, high volume, familiarity with specific species like Puna yam. Retail supermarket, mainly mainstream chain like Tesco in the UK, Kroger in the US, that stock yam in international in their supermarket. Street fraternity certification is important. Uniform size is important. Aesthetically clean skin is very important for them. Food processors. They want high dry matter content, so low cost per ton and stable bulk supply is necessary. Then the HORESA, these hospitality people. Hotel, restaurant, catering, specific taste profile, and pounding quality. Import wholesalers. These are companies that specialize in importing fruits and vegetables. And they then also import yam. How do you reach them? You reach them in trade fairs. agro and ethnic food trade fairs. You reach them in B2B market. Register as exporter on platform like global B2B site. Chamber of Commerce. Use as a promotion agency in your country to connect with known importers. Ethnic retail and supermarket. African, Caribbean, and Asian supermarket plus mainstream chain. How to reach them? Via importer or distributor. Most markets prefer buying from local importer. So you partner with those importers. Direct outreach. Identify the stores. Email with product sheet for photo certification, minimum order, offer trial shipment in collaboration with local import or logistic partner. Local agent or broker. Commission-based agent in destination country who have existing supermarket relationship. Food service or catering segment. Through food service distributor, target company that supply restaurants with ethnic ingredients, pitch yam as part of a broader African stable portfolio. Restaurant Association and Ethnic Business Network. Join African Caribbean Restaurant Association in UK, US. Present yourself as a reliable certified farm or exporter. Direct branding and promotion. Build a brand story around farm, origin, quality, handling. Use social media targeting diaspora chefs and restaurant owners. Online grocery stores or African store, Caribbean food delivery platform. How do you reach them? Search and direct contact. Identify top online African Caribbean stores. Reach out with clear product catalog, packing option, and logistics solution. And that's very important because of the state of the product upon arrival. Partnership with import wholesalers. Many online grocery stores already buy from one or two main importers. Offer supply to those importers who in turn serve the e-commerce. Co-branding, storytelling, e-commerce platform love stories. Give them strong visual content, farm, origin, quality assurance to display on their product page. How do you get list of these buyers? Trade directory, B2B database. Many allow you to filter by different kind of product, so you can get industry specific list. Chamber of Commerce and Export Councils, Embassy and Trade Mission, online research, and industry association. Online research and industry, logistics and forwarding agent who already export to different countries on behalf of their client, and trade fair exhibitor list. What are the protocols to follow in exporting yam? Number one, prohibition list. Is it prohibited in that country? Is it prohibited in that country? Potential market. Potential market. Where is the market? Purchasers. Who are those buying in the market? Personnel. Do you have a rep in the market? If you don't have a rep in the market, please use letter of credit. We need to stop this issue we are having with a number of people having issue after shipment. If you don't have a rep in the export market, please use letter of credit. And this is very important. Why? Because of the risk associated. Paperwork, documentation required to clear, and one of the important paperwork is a phytosanitary certificate. It's a phytosanitary certificate. So you don't carry pests into their country. Pricing. Pricing. Packaging and labeling, and more importantly, political economy. You should be aware of this right now with what is going on in Asia. It looks like that war might be prolonged because Iran is not ready to back down. Israel cannot afford to stop. US cannot afford to withdraw its support. Everybody, and Iran is saying they've not even started using their recent arsenal. That all that they have been using are the thing they produced more than 5 years ago. All the one they produced in the last 5 years, they have not started using those weapons. According to them. According to them. So that they have not even started. So whatever you are saying is a child's play. That's what they are saying. It's a child's play. I don't know if it's the same war propaganda that often happens during war, or it's really the real situation. If that is the case, and it seems as if they are able to, the cost of the war to them is not as much as Israel and the US, because they have been able to find a way to produce some of these missiles cheap. And it's affecting a lot of countries in the Middle East, by the way. Then, what do you need to know about the product? Like I often do every week, I'm going to show you the export intelligence platform. That's the exportproductatlas.com. That's the export intelligence platform. This platform currently have over 100 products. If you look at my dashboard, you will see 129 products on this platform. So if I decide to check for yam, let's check for yam. I can just search for it. So it brought out soya meal, fresh yam, poundo yam, yam tuber, yam flour. We're interested in yam tuber. So I'll click on yam tuber. And in clicking on yam tuber, you can see the packaging, see it in the container, see it perforated. Can you see the way it's covered, wrap around? Let's look at the potential market demand. You can see about $250 million. The demand in the US, almost 50%. And US seems to also export it because US among the exporters. The parameter is more important for me. Can you see the size? 15 to 40 cm. And then the diameter, 3.5 to 4.5 cm. Appearance, skin, physical condition, odor and taste. Then the packaging, very important. The packaging, very, very important. Why is it important? Because it is in the packaging we'll be able to ensure we maintain the temperature. For sea freight, yam must be shipped in reefer container, that's refrigerated container, set at a constant temperature of 12 degree to 15 degree temperature. Temperature below 10 degree can cause chilling injury, and temperature above 10 degree can trigger sprouting and rapid decay. This you will find on the Export Atlas. The essence of this kind of platform is to ensure that when you want to export a product, you don't need to worry on what do I need to know. Everything is on one spot, one-stop shop for every product. Over 100 products on this platform, and each of them is just 10,000 naira. You pay with your card or do a transfer, and you have access immediately. Someone says that does vessel carry cargo from and to Africa? I didn't get that. From and to Africa, go through straight. No, if you are going to go through Strait of Hormuz, you must be going into the Middle East. It's the people that ship oil from the Middle East that they need that Strait of Hormuz to come out. If you are shipping into them, you pass through the place. If you are, but the people there, because most of them produce oil, Iran, Saudi Arabia, UAE, all of them produce oil, so they ship through that strait to be able to go to their destination. And with the current closure, that's a challenge for businesses in that region. That's a challenge for businesses in that region. So if you look at this chart, you see that the packaging is a very critical aspect. Because what will keep the product in optimal going to destination is this. Having all this information about your product is so important. And you can get all those information on the exportproductatlas.com, the export intelligent platform. Purpose, parameters, potential, packaging, paperwork, pricing, and pitfall. All of them are available on the platform. Let's hear about that.
Tired of endless online searches just to find reliable export information for your products? Meet the Export Intelligence Platform, your one-stop shop for all export product information. Whether you're an intending exporter or already in the game, Export Intelligence Platform gives you up-to-date, comprehensive insights on over 100 export products. From export specifications to common pitfalls to avoid, market entry strategies, and packaging standards. No more guessing, no more scattered information. Get the intelligence you need to choose the right products, enter the right markets, and comply with the right standards, all in one place. Built for small businesses, trade professionals, and growing exporters, Export Intelligence Platform empowers you to grow your export business with confidence and stay ahead in global markets. Stop searching. Start exporting smarter. Visit the Export Intelligence Platform today and unlock the information advantage your export business deserves. Export Intelligence Platform, your one-stop shop for export product information.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program cost 1,200,000 naira
and runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world. If you're ready to move from Export Novice to Export Legend, this program is for you.
At 3T.
Right. If you have questions as you go along, please feel free to drop it in the chat, and I'll try to address them as much as possible. Let's move on now to potential. In 2022, global demand was about $176 million, and United States was buying about 53.4%. In 2025, it has gone to about $265 million. Look at Nigerian exports, about $4 million. But global demand, 265. But Nigeria is the largest producer. Nigeria is the largest producer of yam on earth. But who are the largest exporter of yam? Who are the largest exporter of yam? First of all, let's look at the global importer. United States topping the list, followed by Canada, followed by United Kingdom, followed by Taiwan, Japan, France, Netherlands, Singapore, Belgium, Italy. Who is the largest exporter? Ghana. A number of those yam leaving Ghana left from Nigeria passed through Shaki to Ghana. You can see US is a major market share. US, Canada, United Kingdom, Taiwan, Japan are major importer of this item. Ghana hold the market share. 30% of exports is from Ghana. United States also export because they do re-export. Jamaica export, Costa Rica, Colombia, Japan, China. But the largest exporter of yam is Ghana, but Nigeria produces 70% of yam. 70% of yam production globally is from Nigeria. But 30% of the export market is in the hand of the Ghanaian. And majority of the Ghanaian are buying their yam from Nigeria. Nigeria currently produces 100% of yam, accounting for 50 million tons annually. However, it controls less than 2% of the global export market. Ironically, neighboring Ghana, we produce a fraction of Nigeria, dominate the yam export market. Massive domestic consumption, one of the reasons. But there is a challenge with our phytosanitary standard and rejection caused by this. Lack of specialized logistics, unlike Ghana, which have developed specialized temperature control supply chain for yam. Nigeria often struggle with poor rural road network and massive delay in seaport. Informal cross-border trade. A massive volume of Nigerian yam is smuggled and traded informally across border to Niger, Benin, and Cameroon. This transaction never entered the formal export. And a number of them also end up in Ghana, adding to the figure that Ghana is showing. Promotion. Number one, who are the purchasers again? Diaspora household, mainly Nigerian, Ghana, Cameroon, Ivorian, Jamaican. Retailers, African grocery stores, Caribbean supermarket, Asian ethnic grocery store, halal store that stock African staple. Wholesaler, retailer, restaurant, food company. Restaurant and food operator, Afro-Caribbean and Afrofusion restaurant, pounded yam, that prepare pounded yam, porridge, fried, boiled, roasted. Food processors that process into yam flour, instant pounded yam, frozen yam chips, dry yam slices, industrial starch. They buy in bulk and require uniform sizes and high quality grade. Export distribution company. This firm focus on cross-border African Caribbean food distribution and act as intermediary between exporter and retail chain. Segment 1, the diaspora community. They buy in small quantity as supermarket level purchase. The Afro-Caribbean. They are in UK, US, Canada, EU. Ethnic stores, small to medium-sized shop. Purchase 50 to 500 kg per week. Global site with African population. Segment 3, wholesaler and distributor, medium to large size distributor, pallet or container level import. These are the people you want to deal with. UK, US, Canada, Netherlands, Italy, and UAE are where you can find them. Also, restaurant and food chain and food service, African and Caribbean restaurants, regular staple demand, large city and diaspora population is where you find them. Segment 5, industrial processors. Industrial processors. Manufacturer of yam flour, high volume, consistent supply, mainly countries with strong Afro-Caribbean retail sector. How do you reach them? Diaspora individual consumer. Partner with ethnic supermarket to store the yam. Supply grocery stores. Use social media ad, target our diaspora community. Collaborate with influencers of agro-food bloggers. Ethnic retail stores. How to reach them? Cold calling, email marketing to store owners, listing on B2B platform, networking with African food importer at food trade fair, offering retail ready packaging. Store visit campaign with product sample carton. Segment 3, wholesale or distributor. At international trade exhibitions such as Gulf Food, Food Logistica, African Food Show, business-to-business trade portal. LinkedIn outreaches uses target search for African food distributors, partnering with freight forwarders who already work with African food distributors. Segment 4, restaurant and food services. Partnering with wholesalers who supply ethnic restaurant, direct email or WhatsApp outreach to restaurant managers, offer supply contract with stable weekly delivery, showcase recipe and restaurant case studies. Join African Business Association abroad and showcase recipe and restaurant case study. Segment 5, industrial processor, direct outreach to food processing companies. B2B event for agricultural processor, supply to agro export brokers. In-depth proposal highlighting quality, consistency, and moisture analysis. Because those are the things that are of importance to them. Option for getting buyers. Collect verified data from Gulf Food, Food Logistica, International Food or Drink Event, or database like Import Genius, Pangiva, Trademark, Datamine, or LinkedIn Sales Navigator, search filter like African Food Importer, Ethnic Grocery Chain Buyer, Produce Distributor. Embassy and Trade Promotion Agency ask for the list of African Food Importer, Ethnic Grocery Network, Diaspora Business Group, Online Directory, African Grocery Stores Directory, Caribbean Food Distributors Directory, Yelp, Google Map, Yellow Pages. B2B Marketplace, Alibaba Trade Key Made in China, Go Forward Business, Global Buyers Online, so many of them. Freight forwarder contact, forwarders often known all the major food importers in these countries. And Diaspora Association. So this summarizes what I've talked about. The ethnic fresh market buyers who buy fresh old tuber, medium to high volume. They want intact, smooth material. Processed goods or good manufacturer. They buy yam for flour, dry or frozen yam. The volume is high, consistent of dry matter content, low defect. The specialty organic retailer, premium certified organic yam, low to medium, origin tracking, organic certification, premium grading, ethnic fresh. How to reach them? Ethnic fresh, trade fair, and B2B platform. Processed good, direct outreach to technical sales, specialty organic retailer, niche marketing, and of course, certification. Before we close, let's talk about the barrier. What are the barriers affecting yamtuber exporter? Exporter of yamtuber from Nigeria to international markets, especially Europe and North America, face most non-tariff barriers, not even tariff. There are regulatory, procedural, quality related, Why non-tariff barrier in yam export are significant? They are manageable when exporters adopt proper quality control, certification, and logistics. Number one, strict phytosanitary requirement. I mentioned this earlier because they don't want you to carry pests into their country. Yam is classified as a high-risk agricultural product susceptible to pests, soil contamination, fungal infection. Clean soil-free tubers is what they require. Zero pest contamination is what they require. Proper curing, that's drying, and drying, that's what they require. Washing and drying. Pre-export inspection and fasten certificate, that's what they require. So you cannot do yam export without quarantine. In fact, quarantine need to come and check your farm. You need quarantine, you need to carry them along. Why? Because fasten certificate is a critical document. So work closely with Nigeria Agricultural Quarantine Service. Ensure you use certified houses, agronomists trained to pre-export handling. Use proper grading, washing, curing, pre-shipment fumigation, which greatly reduce rejection risk. Quality and cosmetic standard. Importing country require yam tuber to meet strict standard regarding the size, the shape, the appearance, bruise-free skin, low moisture content, no soft spot or sprouting. Lack of sorting or grading infrastructure lead to rejection at destination because of this. So experts need to invest in sorting, grading, meaning you need a tape rule. I was telling a client the other time I want to do yam that you need to go to the market with a tape rule, not the market in Lagos. So you need to get it from outside Lagos. Go to the place where you get where they grow the type you are looking for, so you reduce rate of sorting. Reduce rate of sorting. Very, very important. Very, very important. Many countries require yam tuber to meet strict standard. Food safety certification. In some markets like UK, EU, demand HACCP if you are processing, good agricultural practice, traceability, complying with maximum pesticide residue. See, maximum pesticide residue. This certification requires technical knowledge and investment. So the yam should be certified. That's why I said you need a quarantine service professional to ensure that your farm is good enough. Food safety consultant. Government support global agricultural practice, training program, joining farmers into cooperative to reduce certification costs. Packaging and labeling. Packaging and labeling. Incorrect packaging can cause rapid spoilage. Remember, it needs to be perforated, ventilated carton. Country of origin labeling, weight and packaging standard. Use export grade ventilated carton with proper labeling. Lightweight mesh bag for bulk customer. Logistics and cold chain. Yam is perishable, sensitive to poor handling, heat exposure, long transit time, logistic delay. So using a refrigerator container, remember between 10 to 12 degrees. Not too hot, not too cold. Reliable forwarder, experience in agri-export, pre-book shipping slot to avoid delay. Import market restriction or seasonal quota. Some country impose seasonal import ban, quota, high inspection fee, and high risk plant ban until proper documentation are met. And one of them is phytosanitary, monitor market regulation, target alternative market, and maintain updated knowledge on different platforms. Lack of buyer trust. This is one of the issues we have in Canada. Fear of inconsistent supply, poor documentation, unreliable communication. Provide product video inspection report certification, offer small trial shipment, use transparent contract and Incoterm, and build online presence. Online presence. Remember, I said don't even try to want to reach out to a buyer when you do not yet have an online presence. Before we close, the pitfall, what can go wrong? Poor product presentation, dirty, unsalted, low quality yam. Dirty, unsalted, low quality yam. Many exporters promote yam without proper cleaning, curing, grading, sorting. Photo share with buyer often show bruised, irregular, and soil-covered yam. Buyer assume exporters lack professionalism and quality standards. So use clean, uniform, well-graded export quality tubers. Invest in washing, curing, sorting, and use high-quality product images. High-quality product images. No professional online presence. I emphasize this every week. I emphasize this every week because it casts aspersion to your credibility. Building a simple website showcasing product certification. Active on LinkedIn and Facebook group and pages. Ensure you have photos of the product on your website and on your page, social media pages. Inadequate documentation, knowledge. Exporter promote yam but cannot explain documentation like phytosanitary packing list, bill of lading. Buyer lose trust quickly. Learn export documentation requirements thoroughly. Work with consultant, NAQS, freight forwarder. Prepare template for contract, invoice, and packaging list. Lack of clear pricing structure. Exporter promote yam without specifying minimum order quantity, price, packaging, available packaging option, shipping terms. Shipping term is very important. Now, I was talking to a client that did his first shipment recently, and he was saying when he started discussing with the buyer, and the buyer was offering price and he was quoting the terms, he had to go and check the book. The manual that he would use during the mentoring classes in order to remember what the customer is saying, what the buyer is saying with the different Incoterms that is mentioned. Lack of understanding of the shipping terms. Mitigation, create a clean product price sheet, including Incoterm and pricing tiers. And offer trial order pricing to encourage trust. No understanding of target market requirement. Promoting yam to market that requires certification you don't have, that increase the rejection rate. So promote to market that currently serve, that it can currently serve, and work towards EU compliance gradually through training, pack house, and global gap certification. US, UAE, and Canada are a lot better. Slow response time to buyer inquiry. You're sending message to buyer, then you need to be very swift in responding. Remember, you are not the only one they are talking to. If they are really looking for supplier, respond within an hour. Use prepared message template. Automate response using email responder or WhatsApp business. Failure to provide proof of capacity. When you are sending a mail to a buyer, please, let's say you got a buyer on an e-learning, on a B2B platform, and you make inquiry and you got a notification, send in response with the product pictures, with your corporate offers, with your, but with FOB price, because you don't know the destination, so you can't do CFR. And more importantly, with your certifications. Share videos of farm packaging process. And like I often repeat here, if you have a lot of women in your supply chain, ensure they are prominent in those pictures and videos. Some are going to deal with you because of general gender sensitive, the fact that you're being gender sensitive. Ignoring B2B platform. Depending only on social media and ignoring structured platform, limits outreach. So I often recommend two critical options. Number one, use a B2B platform. Number two, also use data platform, import data or export data platform. B2B platform get order that people are asking for now. The other one give you access to more people that you can talk to at the same time, so you know when they are in need of your product. And there are so many of them available out there. Weak communication skills. Nowadays, you shouldn't be having issue with this. There are a lot of tools to ensure that you write more professionally. And then ensure you do not use a Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail. It should be your company email, a professional company email, and follow up consistently and politely. Follow us consistently and politely. You send an email to someone for the first time, you didn't respond, send a reminder. Then another reminder. Send a reminder like every other day or every 3 days, and follow up with a phone call. Why? You need to be in their face. Remember, you are not the only one they are talking to, and they have other things you are doing. So you must be in their face, and that will mean you are sending reminders and also making phone calls. At least a reminder every week and a phone call will help. Lack of market research, promoting yarn without understanding the preferences, seasonality, regulatory requirements. See those specifications I showed you? Not understanding those specifications. Study each target country import rules, monitor community activity, gather buyer data from trade fairs and embassy. You can drop your question in the chat as we round off.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month, hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program cost 1,200,000 naira
And runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world. If you're ready to move from Export Novice to Export Legend, this program is for you.
All right. This video will be available on our YouTube channel from tomorrow, Voice of African Trade and Global Trade Tutor. So you can check on our YouTube channel later today, actually, or tomorrow. You should be able to have access to the recording. And you also see there's a playlist there for all other ones we've done in the past. Next week, we are going to be discussing cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is the focus of our conversation next week, Tuesday. That is March 17. Cocoa butter will be the focus of our conversation. Remember, you can get the link to this program on our Telegram channel. The link for Thursday and Tuesday are 2 different links. So don't mix them up. You can also join us on radio tomorrow. Export 360 brought to you by Zenith Bank on Nigeria Info 993. Can join us through their website. They also have a mobile app online.
Tired of endless online searches just to find reliable export information for your products? Meet the Export Intelligence Platform, your one-stop shop for all export product information. Whether you're an intending exporter or already in the game, Export Intelligence Platform gives you up-to-date, comprehensive insights on over 100 export products. From export specifications to common pitfalls to avoid, market entry strategies, and packaging standards. No more guessing, no more scattered information. Get the intelligence you need to choose the right products, enter the right markets, and comply with the right standards, all in one place. Built for small businesses, trade professionals, and growing exporters, Export Intelligence Platform empowers you to grow your export business with confidence and stay ahead in global markets. Stop searching. Start exporting smarter. Visit the Export Intelligence Platform today and unlock the information advantage your export business deserves. Export Intelligence Platform, your one-stop shop for export product information.
Congratulations, your search for buyers abroad is over. Through the help of the Eureka Pack. The Eureka Pack helps you do 7 things in order to get buyers abroad. It shows you how to 1. Get prepared to get buyers abroad. 2. Get the online tools to deploy to get buyers abroad. 3. Get list of markets with demands for your products. 4. Get the list of importers in that market. 5. Get the contacts of importers in that market. 6. Get the export contracts from the contact details of the importers. 7. Get favorable export contract terms. The Eureka Pack shows you how to enter the billion-dollar markets available for your products across the world at a very discounted rate of 60,000 Naira. The valuable materials that you get upon purchase include 2 manuals and 27 videos explaining and demonstrating how to use the manuals to find buyers abroad. We know you are elated already and interested in ordering for the Eureka Pack right away. Place your order via a WhatsApp chat to 0809 999 3142 or email to info@3timpex.com. You can get this pack for just 60,000 Naira. Grab your copy now.
At 3T Impex, we believe every aspiring exporter deserves a clear pathway to international success.
That's why we created the Export Mentoring Program, from Export Novice to Export Legend.
This is a 6-month, hands-on mentoring program designed to take you from beginner to global exporter.
Every participant is guaranteed direct contact with 5 active international buyers.
You receive step-by-step handholding, from product selection and branding to documentation, logistics, and payments.
Most of our participants begin their first export transaction within 3 to 6 months.
And when you complete the program, you continue to enjoy free advisory services.
The program cost 1,200,000 Naira
And runs virtually with participants from Nigeria and around the world. If you're ready to move from Export Novice to Export Legend, this program is for you.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. See you next week, or see you tomorrow and on Thursday. Have a great week ahead, and bye-bye.